Good morning. Graduation will begin in exactly 5 minutes. Thank you.
everyone. Family, friends, loved ones, thank you for being here on this somewhat untraditional but nevertheless very special day. I know that these are not the conditions that we all expected this day to be under for the past 12 years, but however, as we know, everything does not always happen as we plan it to, but rather how God has planned for it to. I'd like to extend a special welcome to our Chesterfield County School District administrative staff. Dr. Harrison Goodwin, our district superintendent. Miss Wendy Folsom, Executive Director of Curriculum and Instruction, who just happened to be my elementary school principal. And Dr. Nikki Miller, Coordinator of Educator Effectiveness, who also was my 8th grade principal. It truly means a lot to me for you three to be here today. There are a lot of graduates in our nation that aren't getting to experience this day, but you all made sure that it was possible for us. At this time, I would like to ask that we all rise for the playing of our national anthem. As most of y'all may know, I'm Lucas Dees, the president of Central's class of 2020. First and foremost, I would like to thank our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for allowing us to be here today. In a time where we're constantly hearing of school shootings and other tragedies, God has placed his hand over Central High School. As I began to think about what I would like to speak on today, I began to feel that it was my job to stand up here and speak on behalf of my classmates. Then I also felt like I should take this chance to speak on things that others aren't allowed to take the chance to speak on. So I decided that I'm just going to do both. On behalf of my classmates, thank you to everyone. Thank you to the faculty and staff of Central High School. You all have made the last 4 years a lot easier on us than you could have. You did not have to teach us that rules are put in place for a reason. You all did not have to care for us the way that you did, and you didn't have to make Central feel like home for the past 4 years. You did it because you care. To the teachers, coaches, and mentors, thank you for teaching us things outside of the curriculum. All teachers and coaches teach things that they are legally required to teach, but you all taught us more than that. You taught us maturity and how to show respect. You taught us things aren't going to be handed to us in the real world. You all did not have to care for us the way that you did. You did it because you care. To our parents, thank you for going out of the way and making sure that high school truly was the best 4 years of our life, just like everyone said it would be. You did not have to make sure that we did our homework every night, and you didn't have to get off of work on time to be at our sporting events, band competitions, or academic meets on time. You did not have to do everything that you did. You did it because you care. Now, I know I could stand up here and ramble on and on about a bunch of short stories and memories from our high school years, or talk about a bunch of things that I'm going to miss or the memories that I was fortunate enough to make. But that isn't what I want to do. I want to talk about things that I've learned since I walked out of Central High School on March 12th, having no clue it would be my last day. When everything was as we all expected it would be, going to school all day, going to practice, and then going home, we were all just going through the motions and making memories. We did not think that this day right here was going to come as fast as it did, just like everyone said it would. We did not think that we were going to have to be looking back on high school so soon, but we are. We now know that there are many things out of our control. We cannot control how fast time goes by. We cannot control the things that happen to us, but there are some things that we can control. We can control our thoughts as well as our attitudes and our actions. We can control how to respond to everything that happens to us. We have to realize that everything happens for a reason because God is always with us. Joshua 1:9 says, "Have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous? Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." After we are handed our diplomas this morning and we all walk out of this stadium, we're all going to go our separate ways. Some of us will go into a branch of the military, some of us will go out into the workforce, and some of us will seek to further our education. Either path that is chosen, you're going to be going by yourself, and the only person that's going to be right there beside you the entire time is God. Although we may not have control over what happens to us, we have to be able to get the right perspective on what is going on and try to see the good in everything. I want to leave you all with this one final thought. About a year ago, I was in the process of trying to figure out which university I want to attend this upcoming fall. And as I got ready to begin a tour of this specific university, a woman was giving a speech to her prospective students. While speaking, she gave me this quote: "Once you turn your got tos into your get tos, you no longer have any have tos." I'll say that one more time. Once you turn your got tos into your get tos, you no longer have any have tos. Thank you again to everyone who supported Central's class of 2020, because we could not have done it without each and every one of you. I'll forever be proud to be an Eagle.
I am honored to announce the class of 2020 top 10. Students, please stand when your name is called. Mackenzie Lane Crawl, Caden Danielle Douglas, Carly Ann Kirkley, Slade Sullivan Melton, Lucas Hampton Dees, Walker Johnson Kirkley, Kirsten Savannah Dale, Makira Annette Joins, Joseph Andrew Cagle, Katie Alexandria Mead. Congratulations to our top 10 on your academic success. You may be seated. The student having the second highest rank in a graduating class is the salutatorian. Please welcome to the stage Caden Danielle Douglas, class of 2020 salutatorian.
I would like to start by welcoming everyone today. A day that, if we're honest, we may not have seen coming due to a worldwide pandemic. Seniors, we have worked so hard over the past 12 years for this day, and it's finally here. It is fair to say that our senior year and even this graduation was not what we expected, but I can certainly speak on the behalf of the class of 2020 and say we are thankful for all of the support, love, concern, and hard work from everyone involved in giving us this day, our graduation day. Reflecting on my last 12 years of school, I'm thankful for all of the teachers, counselors, and staff that prepared us for this next adventure on our journey of life. You went beyond just teaching us academics as students, but to treating my fellow classmates and I as family. You taught us lessons that we will use in life beyond the walls of school. Central High School employees, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for pushing me and molding me into a better version of myself. Because of you all, I realize I can accomplish great things in life, and I'm determined to achieve many goals. To my classmates, here we are. We finally made it. For me, 4 years felt like 4 days. I'm so thankful to be graduating alongside each and every one of you. Whether I passed you in the hallways or grew up with you as a friend, I consider you all my very best friends. During our time together, we have created so many memories that I will cherish forever. In 2016, we walked through the doors of Central High School, nervous about the things to come over the next 4 years, and a pandemic never crossed our mind. However, we overcame this virus and grew closer together as a class. We pushed forward and finished strong. To the class of 2020, I know your plans include a higher education, a career, or the military. Set goals for yourself and accomplish them. Nothing in life will be given to you easily. Believe in yourself and know that you are capable of great things. At this moment, we are showing the world that we are, in fact, the class that made history. We are showing the world we can push through even the hardest times and come out victorious, just as we are doing here today. The next years of our lives are not going to be easy. We will have our separate journeys and face obstacles. We are either a professional athlete, an actress, or an artist. You were once a Central Eagle. As Eagles, we know how to focus our sights and rise above and soar. American actress Kerry Washington once said, "Your life is your story, and the adventure ahead of you is the journey to fulfill your own purpose and potential." God has created each of us to be unique. We don't look the same, or dress the same, or act the same. Likewise, we don't have the same paths. In spite of these differences, we are all writing our story, moving on to fulfill our own purpose and pursue our own potential. Regardless of how different each of these stories are, one thing remains the same about each of our stories. Class of 2020, we will continue to not only fly, but soar, because we are Eagles. Thank you.
The Eagle Award is given to the member of the senior class who best exemplifies the qualities of the spirit of the Central High School Eagle. Those qualities include integrity, work ethic, school spirit and pride, scholastic ability, and leadership. The faculty and staff nominate seniors, and the senior class elects the winner of the Eagle Award. The 3 seniors nominated by the faculty and staff are Lucas Hampton Dees, Gracie Beth Helms, and Walker Johnson Kirkley. All 3 of these individuals are deserving of this tremendous honor. The recipient of this year's Eagle Award is Gracie Beth Helms. Gracie, please come to the stage to accept the Eagle Award. The student having the highest rank in a graduating class is the valedictorian. Please welcome to the stage Mackenzie Lane Crawl, class of 2020 valedictorian.
Welcome and good morning, family, friends, Central High staff, those of you watching from home, and most importantly, Central's class of 2020. We would like to thank you for joining us in celebrating an accomplishment 12 years in the making. When tasked with writing this speech, at first, I thought it'd be a breeze. After all, I've worked the last 4 years for this exact moment. Then reality set in. I struggled to put together a 2-minute presentation on a subject that I have all but told exactly what to say. Conjuring a heart-wrenching and awe-inspiring story was truly going to be a daunting task. Nevertheless, I persisted, mainly because I had no other choice. So let's start where I can. Sophomore year. I was the new kid in every possible way. I went from a class of 9 where we were all on an even playing field to all of a sudden having to endure this hierarchy that was public high school. I didn't even realize I was still going to be considered smart here. Thankfully, I was quickly accepted. I owe that to the wonderful people who surrounded me that year. I was immersed into a whole new world of diversity and individuality that I'd never been exposed to prior to attending Central. Before I knew it, sophomore year was over just as quickly as it had started. Next came junior year, or as many teachers may describe it, the year of complaining. But hey, who can blame us? Not only were we bombarded with the SAT and ACT, we were also stressed because this was the year that counted. We could not afford to give any slack. This was likely our most challenging year yet, and on top of that, it was the one that colleges would judge us on. All 16 years of living bunched up together and our worth as people to be described as a GPA from 0 to 4. But hey, we got to go to prom, so it's worth it, right? Saying goodbye that year was one of the hardest things to do. The class of 2019 left us with huge shoes to fill, but now we were the big dogs on campus. The first day of senior year was amazing. Finally being able to pull into a paved parking spot rather than dodging potholes like Indiana Jones dodges booby traps was probably the biggest flex by far. We were told to lead by example and that everyone was looking up to us. Of course, we tried to shrug it off, but it wasn't completely a lie. The ongoing last verse had officially begun. We blinked, and all of a sudden, it was homecoming week. Blinked again, and the second semester had started. This was it. These were supposed to be the best months of our lives. Sadly, that's not how it panned out. We were sent home for 2 weeks